Where that cash at? Yeah, we don't match that. Then they suck it, slide through. Yeah, that house liquid running through that like it's fast track. I remember all them days I was broke, but I'm past that. Get the job done when I don't backtrack. Hit the block with them styles like it's Baghdad. Like Mad Max, leave it stretched out. Best down, beat the like a young fresh out. I've been.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Denver Nuggets.
Live in Denver, Colorado, the hometown for the Nuggets for an Eastern versus Western Conference matchup right here. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. Atlanta right now in the middle of a road trip. And back in action is Jokic. They are more than happy. He is suited up and ready to play.
Yeah, Kevin, it's good to be here for his first game back. And I'll tell you, any fears they had about this injury having a bit of an ill effect on the team were swept aside pretty quickly when they began to really play great without it. I mean, they really didn't suffer nearly as much in his absence as most would expect.
That's a great point. And now that he's back with them, don't be shocked if they start playing even better than they were before.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. And it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt. And it's Len in at the center. And there's the feed to Young. In the early part of the season, Steve, if the chemistry isn't working, what can you do to try to fix that chemistry issue?
You know, obviously the general manager and the coaches, this is where they have to be communicating amongst one another. And they have to have a great feel. Because if it's not working, and this is where you have to look at maybe benching some guys or possibly trading somebody. But that's where communication comes in. You got to have it from management to coaching to players.
Players want to know, don't they? They don't want to be left in the dark. At least they want to know the lay of the land for it.
Most of the great organizations, the communication's out front, and that's what players love. They love the trust factor from management to coaches to organization.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
And AI gets it to go.
You know, that's another good play call. They are shooting 80% to start this game.
And AI comes to help. Bazemore against Harris. Bazemore finds Young. Knocked away. Just 5 to shoot. Len passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Here's AI. Denver gets it back. Jokic. Len with the block. Prince outside. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. AI with the ball. And AI throws it down.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And Young kicks to Prince. To the left wing. Here's Len. Denver grabs the miss.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious.
Oh!
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
That was nice.
Oh, just rising up. Just a phenomenal finish.
What a ridiculous play there. He'll remember that one for a while.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
It's always interesting. You're not exactly sure what you're going to get, but it'll be fun to see how it plays out.
Murray's checked in for Harris. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Taking a look at Toronto, they sink a little bit here in the rankings, still, though, remaining in the top 5.
And seeing where the Nuggets are, they're the best in class when it comes to putting a great product on the court. And we've seen that in the early going.
Here's Jokic. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Jokic has got his first bucket of the night.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And, guys, it's working.
They have played physical, they have owned the paint, and they have built up a decent lead here in the first.
And Morris comes over to help. And here we go. AI heading to the hoop. And AI throws it down.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
Young passes to Dedmon. And up the floor again for the Nuggets, running the court. And AI throws it down.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Now, here's AI. It's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and it's Carter missing. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. And it's AI missing. The Hawks trail by 11. It's Young on the wing, covered by Morris. And here's Young. Here's the three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. Earlier, we had a chance to sit down with AI and asked him about his time in the G League.
Now, I'll tell you, the G League is tough, tough, tough. You know, you're going to learn a lot about what it takes to be a professional, and there isn't much room for error. You know, everyone on the roster is just as hungry as they come to make the name on as you, and it's a dog-eat-dog world. With that said, you know, it's a perfect situation to become the best player you can possibly be, so respect for that.
And AI put up strong numbers during his G League stint, but Greg, he recognizes just how hard success can be there.
And the G League is getting better and better, Kevin, in terms of talent. AI hasn't had too hard of a time adjusting to the NBA pace, and that speaks volumes for the steps the G League has taken the past couple years.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they wanted to have.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Take care of the basketball, being disruptive on D. That combination has them out in front.
Paul Millsap out there with AI. Then there's Plumlee. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Beasley in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Here's Murray. Lays it up off the glass. Murray's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance. And with the playmaking in Denver's front court, point guard Jamal Murray is free to hunt his shot. Very comfortable playing off the ball.
Atlanta calls timeout. And you look at Jamal Murray's assist numbers, he's more like a 2-guard.
Well, he's kind of a combo, 6'4", 6'5"-ish, but you can't have enough shooting, and he's got a quick trigger.
Quarters checked in for the Nuggets, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. The Hawks trail by 17, then Bray kicks to Len. Pass to Bazemore. To stop the run. Rebound by Murray. Denver's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Porter in the corner. Over Collins. The offensive rebound. Here's AI. Here's Plumlee. And at last, they get one to fall. Plumlee's got his first 2 points of the night. Atlanta's shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. It's Prince on the wing. He's guarded by Plumlee. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Steve, you had an excellent playing career. Talk a little bit about the work you had to put in and just to get to the NBA.
Yeah, it comes down to that work ethic. Obviously, we all have talent, but you have to put in that work, and that work continues on the court, off the court, and it's basically 365 days a year where you have to find a way to get better.
Was it mainly shooting for you?
No, not mainly shooting for me, Kevin. I think it was always just my overall game.
The Hawks again can't hit.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
It takes an effort on both ends of the floor, and you have to find the right matchups to exploit.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from AI.
I'll tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
There were some great Kodak moments there for sure. Hopefully, we'll see some more in this second half.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Atlanta. Over on the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Laying out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the 1. The Nugget shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Lets it go from 11. A nice shot by AI. AI's got 17.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Millsap with the steal. And Jokic slams it in.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Taurean Prince out of Baylor. He had a fantastic breakout year for the Hawks.
Well, you knew there would be an opportunity last year in Atlanta. Prince made the most of it, stepped in as a leader on offense and defense. Still very young and has all the confidence he needs to build on his success.
Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
When you have a huge lead, it's easy to get sloppy on offense. They haven't fallen into that trap.
Young taking his time here. Prince outside. Connects from three-point range. Prince has got his second bucket of the night.
Prince has gotten better at creating his own shot, but the catch-and-shoot game is still his specialty.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
It's Prince on the wing. Morris against Young. And AI comes to help. Here's Prince. And too long on the shot.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Knocks it loose. To the paint. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Prince has got 7 points for the quarter. On offense, here are the Nuggets. They're on a 14-5 run here. Count it.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Collins. The dish now to Prince. It's deflected. Millsap passes to AI. That's good, and it's Millsap with the assist. AI's got 10 points in just the second half. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Hawks. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Something went on in that locker room. They've come out aggressive, but also extremely focused.
Prince wide open. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
AI kicks to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's AI. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. AI's got 27.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And AI throws it down.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
Collins wide open. He fires. The Hawks again can't hit. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Millsap has the open look. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Offside Prince. Will it go? Bangs home the trifecta. Prince has got 10 points in the game.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will. Yet they still find themselves behind.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's AI. That one goes. Count it. AI's got 31.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Young against Morris. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Now AI. Shoots from 14, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Denver on top, just dominating this one. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling.
That's definitely the classic crossover. You can embellish it all you want, but when it comes to that, pure mechanic.
Hey, you got time for a quick interview? We have Griff standing by.
Okay, where we going?
Right this way.
AI.
What's up, Griff? How you doing, man?
Good. You were a force on defense tonight, and it's not always easy to stand out on that side of the ball. What do you have to say about your defensive effort and what it means to have your work on that end get noticed?
You know, I pride myself on being an all-around player. I mean, I know the fans usually prefer offense, and you know, I love putting on a show when I can, but sometimes you just got to go in full lockdown mode, and that's exactly what I did tonight.
It's almost like you were built as a lockdown defender from the very beginning.
Whoa, Griff. That's a little too meta for me right there, okay? Let's just say that, you know, it was a good win, and thank you for noticing that my contribution on both sides of the ball.
Always an interesting interview, AI. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, AI. You can head in now.
All right, take care, guys.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille.
What a sight, a sky-high perspective of the beautiful city of New Orleans, where we're bringing you action tonight. It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Nuggets come into town for this one. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Earlier in the season, the New Orleans Pelicans ended up losing their last game in this matchup against Denver.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
This is what happens when you take nothing away defensively. Just too inactive in this game on that end of the floor.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Murray and Harris, the guards. Millsap and Jokic, the pair inside. And it's AI in at the 3, the small forward. And Brent, you think about Paul Millsap, not a top 10 draft pick, not even taken in the first round.
Yeah, how about that? 47th pick in the second round, and nothing really has been handed to Paul Millsap. He's earned every bit of it, and that's why even to this day he plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Here's Holiday after the made shot from AI. 4 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Sees the alley-oop. Goes up, and AI throws it down.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there, one of his better qualities as a passing big.
Pelicans still look like they're getting going. 6-point game. Payton kicks to Holiday. No good from outside. For Denver, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And that one's good. Millsap.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Holiday against Harris. Holiday, the pass to Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Enjoyed that unselfish play from Holiday for that swing pass to the open teammate.
The Nuggets have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here's AI, and Davis sends it back, and they're able to recover. Inside, and Millsap snaps it in.
And Millsap really getting up for that one. Love the aggressiveness.
New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Davis inside. He's against Jokic. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
To the inside. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Up by double digits already and no sign of let-up.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
You look at Paul Millsap's career and just how much has changed from being the role player in Utah and scoring around the basket to becoming part of that great run in Atlanta where he expanded his game to the three-point line. Now that scoring and that rebounding is a huge part of what they need here in Denver.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Okafor is checked in for Anthony Davis. Sheck Diallo comes in for Randall. Or is checked in for Stanley Johnson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Payton. Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Over to the left wing. And it's Okafor missing. And talking Millsap, you really do know what you're going to get from him year in and year out.
Yeah, it's super consistent, and it goes beyond the stats. He plays with great passion. He's tough. He wants to win basketball games, and that desire shows up every night. The interesting thing is about Paul Millsap being a carrier for this ball club. It's a role he's still getting used to.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. They lead by 11. Here's AI, and Denver again with the bucket.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Passes it to Okafor. Down low, more. Here's Diallo. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Diallo's got his first basket of the night.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's good.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Holiday finds more. The shot missing. Good defense by Jokic. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And AI throws it down.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
It's so nice to have the early lead. This is where you want to stick with what's working until somebody shuts you down.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they wanted to have.
And I felt like in that first period, the difference really was their ability to execute offensively.
Yeah, so you move the ball around, you move your guys around, then you find good shots. That's a healthy recipe to build a good lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for New Orleans right now, they've got E'Twaun Moore. Wood out there with Diallo. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's Clark in at the point guard position. Here's AI. It's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Looking at Denver, they got their last win against the Hawks. Clark kicks to Okafor. Pass to Wood. Moore outside. That's tipped. Just 5 on the clock. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Hard to believe, isn't it, that a few years ago, the direction for this Pelicans team was uncertain.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Alvin Gentry has found his way to put his imprint on this team. A lot of people not sure of how and if he could do that. He certainly has. It took some time to get those ideas in place, and the offense was never a problem with this group, especially with the way that Drew Holiday had such a huge year. It's going to be about some defense and some depth for them to push it a little bit further this season.
New Orleans making some changes here. Davis comes in for Okafor, and it's Johnson in for Ian Clark. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Yeah, you tried to put up these scoring runs, and it hurts when you all of a sudden just give away free points from the free throw line.
Well, every team goes into the draft looking for finishers like these. Here are the most efficient scorers among this year's rookie class. You look at AI, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
And the numbers say it all. I mean, he's tremendously efficient at scoring the basketball around the rim. He's almost automatic.
That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Millsap's got 4 assists now tonight.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
I admire the approach here, especially in such a hostile environment. Offense and defense, he really played a whale of a game. He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Here's Johnson. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's AI, and AI throws it down.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
It seems like they've been at it on both ends tonight. Tremendous all-around play from them. Has them up quite a bit here.
To the middle. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
A lot of people feel like Moore has natural point guard ability, so I like to see him find the open man.
E'Twaun Moore is someone, Brent, who bounced around early in his career, but has still found a way to be a big contributor.
Yeah, and I think that the fit for E'Twaun Moore, having AD, he can kind of stay in the background and get shots off where he's open, his feet are set, and you can see that trend in his field goal percentage that's coming into the league. Last year had a phenomenal year shooting the ball.
Here's Johnson. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
A terrific use of the floater. Unguardable, really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Beasley, the pass to AI. Takes the 13-footer. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Johnson. For Denver, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Julius Randle's checked in for New Orleans. Holiday comes in for Ejuan Moore. And a switcher also for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Mason Plumlee.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The Nuggets leading by 22. From deep. And AI with the basket on the assist by Barton. AI's got 13 points in just this quarter. The Pelicans have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Payton kicks to Davis. That shot is off. And Denver the other way now. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
And that's out of bounds. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. Murray and Harris, the guards. And it's AI in at the 3. The league no longer wants to reward offensive players who throw themselves into defenders. Have you seen a big change in how those players, Brent, are being called?
I think the league's doing a better job of it, trying to examine when it is.
Seems that way, you're right.
Somebody gets up in the air and the offensive player leans in or kicks out and tries to draw some kind of contact. So it's been up to the referees. They've been diligent with it. I think they'll just get better with time.
From deep three-point range. But they'll get another chance. Randle finds Davis. Johnson wide open. He fires. No good on the 3. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
The confidence that Gary Harris is playing with right now, he is ready to shoot once that ball touches his mitts.
Jokic, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill. This guy is looking for some life preservers. He needs more help. He's playing well, but his teammates have to pick up the slack here.
AI with it. Johnson on him. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Payton against Murray. Right side Davis. Over Jokic. No good with the elbow jumper.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Yeah, scratching my head trying to remember the last time that they missed. They're on an absolute tear.
Here's Randle, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Randle's got 4 this quarter.
Cannot give players that kind of positioning, and the defense also late in trying to alter that shot.
Harris dishes to AI, and Murray now top of the key. Jokic passes to Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's now 9 points for Paul Millsap.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Well, with Jokic, even the organization admits when they drafted him, they did not.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily to come into an opponent's building and
AI, do you have a second to answer some questions for Griff?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, AI. You really blew him out of the water tonight. What does it mean to not only get a win, but one in such a convincing fashion?
It feels good, man. We got a lot of amazing talent on this team, and I fully expect us to put up crazy wins like that every single night. Fully expect it.
A little too confident, perhaps?
Overconfident? Man, no. I'm telling you, look at the score. We back it up. We the best.
I always appreciate the candid response. Good luck next game.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need luck,
Okay,
man. I'm saying
thank
we
you,
the best.
everyone right this way. We'll move on. Thank you, AI.
Thanks, Griff.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Milwaukee, where the Bucks will be going up against the Denver Nuggets. Some good basketball lately by Denver. I know it's early, but what you like about this team and these players, they've already established an identity. People have accepted their roles. They understand exactly what they're trying to achieve night in and night out. And tonight, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's decide on a nickname once and for all. Big fella, you going with the alphabet or the Greek freak?
Greek freak is catchier, but as he gets better, he'll become a super freak, like my main man Joel from high school.
Yes.
He was a freak.
Yes. He may soon be calling him the perennial MVP.
I think Greek freak has a better ring to it.
Yeah, I do too. But if you think, a lot of teams passed on this guy. I know what they're saying to themselves. You know what they're calling themselves? Dummies.
Oh,
That's a good one.
that was quick. And now we go to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Well, for Milwaukee, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And no longer a secret.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. And now it's in.
Well, guys.
And the Bucks just one title back in 1971. DA, thank you.
Boys, nice
and both these teams, Brant, love to push the ball, push the pace. What are some things that all great fast break teams have in common?
The biggest thing, Kevin, is that you have committed runners on the wing. Point guards, their vision of the floor, their peripheral vision, they're always looking for guys. If they have guys committed to, once the ball is rebounded by their team, that their first two steps are hard and they're filling the lanes, then excitement and opportunities for highlights are coming.
Running with a purpose.
Running with a purpose, running ahead of the ball, and then attacking the rim with great consistency. Having great runners helps the fast break game.
Good point. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Murray and Harris, the guards. Millsap and Jokic, the pair inside. And it's AI in at the three spot. Yeah, it's a great honor in the NBA to be a spokesman for Gatorade, and the company recently announced that AI would be the next player to fill that role.
And I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised Gatorade went with AI as their next spokesman. Some of the greatest players ever in the NBA have held that role, but the company feels the sky is the limit for AI.
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
And it's sent back by Lopez. Murray against Bledsoe. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
AI right side. And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain, close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Mirotic. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Mirotic has got his first 3 points of the game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's AI. Drops in the tray.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 22-point game against Chicago.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
Here's AI. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot, and he gets the bucket. So it's the Bucks now. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Bledsoe, here we go. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Outside for Millsap. The 3. Another 3 for Denver.
A reliable three-point shooter as his career has gone on. Much different than his early days in Utah.
Bledsoe finds Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
You think about a coach looking into the eyes of one of his players and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table. That's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you in transition. He's at the rim in 2 dribbles. Tough to stop that kid.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
Not going to intimidate Jokic at that range. His focus tonight, razor sharp.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo over Harris. That one wide left.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Huge play from Millsap, getting hit on the shot, but still sinking that one over the D.
Denver shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Bucks trail by 4. Bledsoe kicks to Mirotic. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Working on AI. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. A brief moment here to recognize a player that's really been getting it done. He's earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Off the inbound pass. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. 9 points for AI.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbound.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Mirotic. Bledsoe against Murray. Bledsoe looking around. Over Millsap, 5 to shoot, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
And AI gets it to go.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Murray against Bledsoe. High post Lopez. And he's on the money with his first shot today.
Bledsoe's feeding his guys. His team is much better for it. They love watching him whip the ball around the perimeter. And in a win-or-go-home scenario last year, the Nuggets lost their final regular season game. They missed out in the playoffs for the 5th season in a row. I don't see that happening this year. I think they'll be there. He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight, they're winning.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
Denver with the ball. Following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's AI. And again, it's Denver. And talking about the Nuggets, despite how last year ended, this is a young team on the rise for sure.
Yeah, there are a number of guys that took significant strides last year, and they're certainly an exciting team to watch. The Nuggets may hit their peak just as other teams in the West may be coming down.
And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets, leading by 12. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, good collective team unity. Everyone pitching in, so trying to win for one another. That's a good thing.
Here's Antetokounmpo, following the score by Jamal Murray. Yes, that goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 16.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
Here's AI. Again, the Nuggets score.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Pau Gasol has checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. The Nuggets leading by 12. Here's AI. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now here is Hill. Here's Connaughton. Good on the triple. Connaughton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I'd like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
Murray kicks to Jokic to the paint. And AI gets it to go. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And AI comes to help. Middleton can't get it to go. Denver's gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. Poke loose. Here's Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
And Millsap really getting up for that one. Love the aggressiveness.
Bucks trail by 17. Here's Connaughton, and the pass to Middleton. Nails the 16-footer. Middleton's got his second basket of the night.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
To the wing on the left. Here's AI. Again, the Nuggets score.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
46 seconds left to play in the first. Middleton the pass to Gasol. For the 3, and Middleton the bucket on the assist by Gasol. Middleton's got 7 points.
See how skilled Middleton is, ready to pull the trigger, and the defense is going to have to do better.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Now, here's Gasol. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Ilyasova kicks to Middleton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
Staying confident in the paint. Middleton does a good job sinking that one.
AI outside from past the arc. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
It felt like he felt like time was winding down, saw the opening, nailed the shot.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We come back right after this. Well, there are a lot of letters that...
The Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D. So it's Antetokounmpo. but in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
The chemistry through the roof, and it's allowed them to build this huge lead after one.
All parts are working together, even the guys who have not put the points on the board, making their subtle contributions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Middleton and Ilyasova holding down the forward spots. Then it's George Hill. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position.
Well, the Bucks with the superstar talent in Giannis Antetokounmpo, the critical decision this summer for selecting a new coach came down to a very qualified one in Mike Budenholzer. And with all the options out there, 9 coaching changes, I think that Bud saw the opportunity in Milwaukee as being a great one to push this team a little bit forward. The talent on the roster tantalizing enough for him to head to Milwaukee after his stint in Atlanta.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton. Jokic against Gasol. Outside Hill. And Ilyasova kicks to Connaughton. 4 on the clock. Here's the 3. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Beasley. And Mike Budenholzer, the 2015 Coach of the Year. 4 titles, Brent, as an assistant in San Antonio. How do you like the fit for him now in Milwaukee?
Well, I think that the players are going to really enjoy the attention to detail that Coach Bud and his entire staff who are coming with him will put into place. There's an efficiency with which they'll get the work done. And they're going to have to be thinking on their feet, learning a new offense and some things fundamentally on defense that he'll get them excited about.
The Bucks making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. A nice shot by AI.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Timeout called the Bucks. Brent, as we take a look at lineups around the NBA, teams trying to go with 5 highly skilled players at once. Where does that leave the traditional big?
Well, most teams just don't have one now, Kevin. I mean, they're just not on the roster.
They're hard to find, yeah.
Well, they're hard to find, but there just aren't many out there. So a lot of teams just elect not to have one. And what we're seeing over the course of the last couple years is the matchups when all of a sudden a Whiteside is going to see a Drummond, or you're going to see all of a sudden Valanciunas play against DeAndre Jordan. It's usually because you have one, we'll play ours kind of mentality.
The Nuggets now on offense. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Fast break, Milwaukee. In the corner, Middleton with it. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Middleton's got 11.
Shot selection right now for Middleton is superb.
AI up top, defended by Middleton, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bucks. Brogdon, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Nuggets. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors, a game behind.
And, for the Nuggets, this happens every year. A team outperforms expectations early. You wonder, is this just an anomaly or is this something they can sustain?
Well, it could be hard for them to keep this rolling, but the initial boost of confidence for all these players.
Whoa!
You saw that. Well, Will Barton, always going full speed, that time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. AI draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Well, the Bucks, this is a franchise that for a long time just was treading water and chasing after a 7th or an 8th seed on the back end of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Not so much anymore. With Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the charge, the opportunity for the Bucks to do some damage in the playoffs is here.
Lopez, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic finds Brogdon. 6 to shoot. Poked away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for AI.
This has been a pleasure to watch. The rhythm he has in his game right now, the ease with which he's able to release these shots from beyond the arc. The defense just has no answer for him. And if he's going to continue to make threes like he has, KD bar the door.
Wing shot on the way, and again it's Denver.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Bledsoe kicks to Brogdon. Back to Bledsoe. It's deflected. AI outside, and it's Plumlee that time on the assist by AI. And that's now 6 points for Mason Plumlee. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's Jokic with the rebound. Denver's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless, 6 for 6 tonight.
As much as you have to admire his burst and force, I think Plumlee's aggressiveness on that play, the impressive part.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo, and that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. With a shot block by Giannis.
Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Denver grabs the miss.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Bledsoe against Barton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 22 points.
Oh, this is where Giannis does all of his damage. He gets inside the paint, has the size to work you back, and then stretch out and score.
Brogdon against Barton. AI outside. The fadeaway. Jokic, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets able to put on a show.
Thank you, Kevin. Big first half in points and assists. How are you able to make such an impact?
Oh, man, I'm just feeling really strong. I'm feeling really in control right now. When I came in the building tonight, I said, this is going to be my game. And I don't think I'm going to back off in the second half, DA. There's plenty more where that came from.
I would like to tap into your well, sir, of energy and confidence. Kevin?
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of it. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from AI.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
So many times we talk about offensive players being in a great rhythm. Well, right now, defensively, he's in one. Great anticipation and reading those passing lanes.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. Murray and Harris, the guards. And it's AI in at the small forward spot.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe against Murray. Back to Antetokounmpo. Outside for Bledsoe. That three off the mark. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Took him no time at all on that one. 6 points for Gary Harris.
Outstanding look from the perimeter from Gary Harris. When he gets space to shoot from there, he has no problems with it.
Outside Mirotic. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. He misses the free throw. Who do you think is best at converting off his offhand?
I really do like Mike Conley in Memphis when he gets to, and I love his timing on it, Kevin, that running right-hand hook shot that he shoots from about 8 feet. And one of the reasons I'm so enamored with it is because Mike will shoot it in the fourth quarter with under 30 seconds to go on a critical possession. That, to me, screams of confidence. A tremendous offhand by Mike Conley.
When it means the most, he'll use that move.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that Kyrie Irving won't do it with his left in Boston, but Mike Conley pulls it out at some of the moments where you just say, wow, a right-handed runner with 40 seconds to go, fourth quarter, good on you, Mike Conley.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. 25 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Harris looking it over. AI up top. Another one goes. Incredible.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Antetokounmpo, knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting teams. The Nuggets, number one.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Murray against Bledsoe. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
Clock is at 3. Here's Bledsoe.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
AI outside. Murray left side. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 8 now on the night.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
stolen by AI. And AI throws it down.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Yeah, scratching my head trying to remember the last time that they missed. They're on an absolute tear.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And for that game against the Spurs, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Bledsoe kicks to Mirotic. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the charts. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, Paul Millsap continues to work hard and continues to be an example of hard work paying off.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Here's Bledsoe. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
That one goes in.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Ball's knocked loose. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Working on AI.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And that one's good. Millsap.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Bledsoe against Murray. They double-team Bledsoe. There's the feed to Mirotic. And finished off by Mirotic.
At 6'10", Mirotic showing he can get up and throw it down.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. In the corner, it's AI. From the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 10 assists here tonight. So active.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
And it's time for an injury report. Now, an update on Michael Porter from David Aldridge. Dave, what'd you find out?
It looks like this is a very painful injury, a lower back strain. That is such a tough blow to take at the early stage of this season. Hopefully, with it being early, he can recover and help this team down the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down, how terrible a blow it can be for the team. We wish him well and hope he's on the floor quickly.
Chalk up 2 there. And that's now 19 points for Jokic.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago, we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Millsap with the double team. Mirotic finds Antetokounmpo. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. Back to Millsap. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And some changes here for the Bucks. And And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
Hey, that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, wow, what you all did tonight, what a display of offense. What got into you to produce this performance?
You know, as soon as I got in the arena, I had a feeling that I could do something special. I mean, even in the shoot-around, I felt like I was just kind of locked in tonight, and that feeling never really left me, D.A. I mean, I know that it's a night I'll never forget, and I just hope that the fans feel the same way.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Greg.
With that assist, man, that was crazy.
AI, we've got some questions lined up for you.
Oh, yeah? Okay, shoot.
Right here. Hey.
What's up, Griff?
Hey, I thought I'd take a different approach and ask you about something not directly related to the game. I want to know how you feel about the fans.
How I feel about the fans? Man, that's a great question. I love the fans, man, but I think you already knew that. I mean, you know, they're the lifeblood of everything we do. Like, if we were just playing to an empty arena, you know, it wouldn't be the same experience. But when you got like an entire team, an entire city, you know, people behind you, it's no feeling quite like that one. So yeah, fans are dope.
So you'd say you were a fan of the fans?
Oh, look at you! All right, being all clever. I see you. Yes, I am a fan of the fans. Thank you.
Thanks for your time, AI. Appreciate the candor as always.
Thanks, Griff. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, let's go see if Coach is ready.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith.
All right, guys, listen up. I need your attention for a minute. Got a very special guest here with me today. That's right, he don't even need an introduction. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now listen, Kareem is gonna be working with the team as a special advisor over this season, all right? That means individual attention for each of you. But before we go out here and win this game, I wanted him to say a few words to you guys. Take it away, big dog.
Thanks, Coach. I've been watching what this team has done to start the season, and there's a lot to like. But one of the main things I want to stress to you guys, to each one of you, is how important it is to find balance in your life. Being a professional athlete isn't easy. So you've got to remember to explore the world off the court every chance you get. Go to the library, read a book, educate yourself, and it'll make a difference for you on the court. I promise you that.
Yes, believe me, guys, that's some great advice, all right? I urge you to take everything this man is saying to heart. He ain't a 6-time champ for nothing. Balance is key. So with that being said, let's focus up, let's go out here and let's win this game, okay? Let's go, come on.
Let's do it.
Listen, AI, you know, I've heard your story. I know where you've been. You have all the potential in the world. But perhaps more than anyone else on this team, you need to be careful not to get caught up in all the off-court distractions. Don't worry about things like fame and branding. Those will come. Focus your time and energy on expanding your mind and worldview. The key to being a true champion is not just physical, but mental and spiritual. Basketball will end one day, but life continues on.
I hear you, and I appreciate that, but Kareem, I'm still a rookie. You know, I still got plenty of time to think about these things later on, right?
You know, life comes on you real fast, AI. Let me leave you with a quote, something for you to think about. The mind is a gemstone that transforms the body from a circle to a ring.
Huh. Deep, ain't it? Keep your mind on the court, boy. Off that phone. Let's go, Kareem.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, I just want to say I really appreciate you coming in and talking to my team. Thank you so much.
Hope I can be of some help.
Yeah, it means a lot.
Clouds passing high over the 10th Avenue Bridge and the Mississippi River here in Minneapolis. A gorgeous scene. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, Kevin and David Aldridge.
Well, thank you very much. Now, if the name AI sounds familiar, in China, he dropped a massive highlight reel jam on Corey Harris. And it went viral. That notoriety landed AI a spot in the G League, and from there, it was onward and upward. It is true that one shot can really change your life. Guys?
David, as always, thank you. I remember seeing that dunk. Wow.
And that was the talk of the basketball world for a minute. I remember seeing for the first time and just wondering, who is this kid?
And Kevin, you think about the importance of veteran mentorship for young players looking back. Who provided that mentorship for you?
Sam Mitchell, Terry Porter, shout to Doug West, shout to J.R. Ryder, shout to, Christian Layton. All these were my vets, both good and bad. I'm learning something from all these guys. Shout to Kevin McHale, shout to, rest in peace to the great Flip Saunders. These are all my vets who helped me progress as a guy and as a player. More importantly, took me under their wing, taught me finances, taught me about life, taught me how to be a young man, taught me about being professional, learning this book of business when it came to basketball, because when it comes to lockouts and all that stuff, when you have to be able to talk and negotiate your own stuff, you got to know the rules and know what it is. A lot of people don't know that the league is 2/3 of council, and you got to stay above that and understand how this whole monster works. And then if you want to be in the elite, you got to dedicate yourself in the gym. You got to dedicate yourself in the business. You're trying to be a brand of something. You have to do all these things. When you look at Jordan, you look at Kobe, you look at these brands out here, these, LeBron has a brand, KD has a brand. You have to invest in yourself to be able to, grow this. This is the elite. I'm not talking about average. I'm not talking about good. I'm not talking about great. This is the elite. These are people that's going to be on and people that you're going to remember for years to come.
Sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot on the plate, though.
True legendary.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the pair inside. Murray and Harris, the guards. And it's AI in at the 3, the small forward. Towns down low. Jokic defending. Towns kicks to T. Shot clock at 5. Fires from 14. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Quick start for the Nuggets in this one. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Knocked away. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And AI throws it down.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
And Kevin, you talk about the makeup of a championship roster. Can you win it if you're not bound together, if you're not like a family?
I don't know. I only have one as a family. And I just don't know him going forward and doing something together that it represents family. I think that if you're doing something alone, that says solo. If you're doing something as family, it makes it a lot more easy.
Well said. And it's Towns missing.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
And the shot goes down.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
T kicks to Covington. Launches it. Good on the triple. Covington's got his first 3 points of the game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Shot from 12. AI passes to Jokic. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Towns. The Nuggets have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
For 3, Covington. Minnesota gets it back with a new shot clock. That's tipped. Fires from the corner. Again, the Nuggets score.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Kev, talk about the characteristics needed to be a winner in this league.
Appetite. How much do you want this? Can you push through that pain right there? Are you going to dive on the floor? Are you going to do the small things? You know, are you going to double down? Are you going to be in the spot where you're supposed to when you're supposed to be there? You know my bags. You know, all this goes into winning. And then you need a little luck. You do. And you need an appetite. You need 15 guys that's willing to push through anything at any moment. That's the difficult part of winning.
On the same page.
On the same page, all 15 thinking the same thing.
It sounds daunting.
Listen, people think that, oh, man, why can't you have 15? Because it's 15 guys thinking 15 totally different things. And that's the difficult part of being a coach. That's what I'm saying. Being a coach is one of the hardest things to be because you got to take 15 perspectives and get them all in one and then go forward with the same velocity like you want it to. Frustrating.
Outside, Towns. The tray, and Robert Covington gets the 3. Covington's got 9 points.
Well, that's how you bring out the best in your teammates. Towns is a prolific scorer, but guess what? He'll find you if you're open. Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
T kicks to Covington. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's AI. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 15 points in the game.
And he's off to a phenomenal start here tonight, guys.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Outside Teague. The pass to Towns. And stolen by AI. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. And that one's good. Jokic has got his second bucket of the night.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Kevin, you think about having that killer instinct, that killer mentality. You go against a Kobe Bryant, he would tear your heart out, as you would his.
And you have to understand that we all recognize that about each other. Tim Duncan would be the same. Rasheed Wallace would be the same. I would think of Allen Iverson would be the same. Vince Carter would do the same. These are guys who, Trace McGrady, Chauncey Billups, these are all guys who kill O'Neal. These are all guys who don't care. And that's how it should be. And that's the game.
You can't be great unless you are, I don't think, can you?
I think you have to possess that killer instinct.
Jordan.
Man, listen, Michael Jordan was one of the darkest, seriously. Jordan could go into a place where he could go repetitive and he could go on talking to you. And the more he talked, I thought the better he got. And I thought the madder he got, the better he got. And the more upset and the more you didn't trap him, the more he was ticked off that you wasn't. Bro, it was a whole matrix to it. Like, seriously, this game is levels to it. And the ones that understand that have been in that understand what I'm talking about.
There's not a great player that hasn't been there.
No, because they understand that moment. When you got there, when you're in that moment, you're just riding the wave. You're just going to ride it. The great ones know what I'm talking about.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And stolen by Harris. And here we go. Harris, nobody back. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Pass to Dang. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Dang's got his first basket of the night.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
Jones against Murray. AI right side. Passes to Jokic. Basket good. Jokic has got 7 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Kevin, you talk about your rivals at that big man position. Who comes to mind among guys you played against and have the most respect for?
I got a lot of respect for guys in our league. Shaq, Rasheed Wallace, Dice, Charles Barkley, Carmelo, to name a few. Chris Webber.
Yeah.
A ton of respect. But when it comes to the cream of the cream, Rasheed Wallace and Tim Duncan always brought out another side of me. I would say Chris Webber too, because Chris Webber is my idol. And those guys brought out the better side of me. And I like to think that I dug deeper with those guys and playing up against those guys. If you want to see what you are in this league and all that stuff that you've been practicing and working on in the gym, those players, those moments are going to pull those times out of you. And that's what true essence are. And only the elite understand that. Only the elite understand the matrix. When things slow down and you really are dominating the game on both ends.
Different world.
Different world, different flow, different mindset, different type of character.
Saric, right side. Outside Dang. From deep. And it's AI with the rebound. Denver leading by 22. Millsap kicks to AI. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Millsap's got his 4th assist in this one. Minnesota shooting the ball to the tune of 41% from the field so far. Outside, Jones. It's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at Toronto. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And seeing where the Nuggets are, they've started the way we expected. Aggressive, relentless, just imposing their will upon lesser teams.
Clock at 4. Jones for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Down low. It's stolen by Saric. Three-pointer on the way. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
AI, and again, Denver with the triple.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
To the middle, Jokic with the steal. Pass to AI. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. On the wing, Dang. From downtown, kept alive. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. AI with it. Jones covering. Here's AI. And it's good for 2. AI's got 29.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
On the wing, Dang. Fires the 3. Left side, Jones. And that one goes long.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
AI passes to Harris. Yep, it counts. Harris has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Rose surveying the D. Over Harris. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Nuggets ahead. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to match.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and
his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Well, the assist total is skyrocketing at this point, actively looking to set up their teammates. I'll tell you, love the way they're playing.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Paul Millsap out there with AI. Then it's Plumlee. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Beasley in at the 2-guard position. Kevin, we know the big markets offer more opportunities than just basketball. Does that make it impossible for small market teams, you think, to compete?
I think that as long as you have dollars in the market, yes, you can be competitive. I think that your GMs have to actually put forth some work and put forth teams. I think you got to find what groups of guys work together and then go out and try to foresee that. I think in a game where you're dealing with cash and you're dealing with being able to have ability to sign and trade players in this league, I think that you can make a competitive roster. There's no mishaps on
There's
what
enough
you can
money
do.
around. Is it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And player movement is more than ever now. You know, players are not doing 5 to 6 year deals no more. Players are doing 2 years.
Yes.
So, yeah, you can definitely make a competitive roster.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Covington's checked in. Rose kicks to Zhang. It's deflected. Timberwolves shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. 3 on the clock. From deep. He can't hit that time. Barton with some nice D. AI outside. And here's Millsap from the arc. Another 3 for Denver.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Can you remember the last time they missed?
I really can't. They're on fire. Seems like they cannot miss.
Covington wide open. He fires. And just miss after miss right now. AI dishes to Millsap. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Millsap's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
It's just so great to see ball movement like this, and he is excellent at getting his teammates involved.
Count it. And Kevin, you were so loyal. But can you imagine your career had you not been traded to Boston and played with those guys and had that coach and in that city with all that tradition? Can you even imagine your career?
You know what? I should have did it earlier. I should have got with Paul earlier. I told him that.
Everybody wants to play with him. Everyone wants to play with you.
Yeah, Paul and I should have got together earlier, but, through the loyalty and still and feeling like, you can still do it. You got to have a machine behind you. Management has to be behind you. They got to be willing to put up dollars and be as boisterous as you are. I got to experience Boston and having a machine behind us. And Doc Rivers controlled that whole thing as much as he could, and it worked. So, yeah.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Higgins outside. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. Then on Saturday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And that game against the Spurs, they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group. And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgie Dang. Gibson comes in for Saric, and it's Teague in for Derrick Rose.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Yep, that one goes in there. Covington's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Denver's gone along perfectly from three-point range. Tonight, they've gone 5 for 5. And, Kevin, you hear rumors. There's been some talk about adding a fourth official to NBA games. But I'd say the replay system kind of is the fourth ref.
It is,
in a way,
and I do not like that, because it's a countless bunch of players at home right now that played through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, and the 90s. Oh, my God, they're sitting over here flipping over like, oh, my God, a replay. I have me a ring right now. So, I have a whole nother, discussion with it. I'm super old school with it. Although I do enjoy the replay. And, it gives me a chance as a fan to root for my team. And when my team is on the other end of the replay and they get it right, I root and I go, woo-hoo. And when it goes against you, I'm like, they shouldn't even have a replay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a super double hypocrite, But shout out to Adam Silver. I think he's doing a great job with our league. The league is fun. It's fun to watch. And
he is, isn't he?
It is.
We've had two great commissioners back-to-back. Hernan Gomez passes to AI. There's the triple. Another 3 for Denver.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Covington finds Gibson. That one misses. And it's Denver the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
They were so impressive offensively. And when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
I think intensity is the key, right, Greg? When you play with energy on the offensive end, good things usually happen.
They get it again. Second shot opportunity. Towns, no luck.
He does the hard part, gets through the defense all the way to the rim. I thought the finish would be the easy part.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 6 points for Will Barton.
After not scoring a single point in the first quarter, they're still feeding him, and he's showing his appreciation.
Wiggins kicks the tee. Six on the shot clock. Covington in the corner. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Absolutely tenacious, guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
And AI gets it to go.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
This game is going to get even more out of hand on both.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding it up.
Kevin, thanks very much. What a first half for you behind the arc. What got you into that kind of a rhythm?
Well, just staying focused, staying active. And trust me, I got plenty more where that came from. And I don't know if D's going to be happy about it, but I don't plan on cooling off anytime soon.
Okay. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from AI.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change. He's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
Really just sheer dominance, going into enemy territory and flat out taking over this one.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's AI. Another 3 for Denver.
Boy, this guy has had a major impact on this game. The scoring he has done has propelled them to this lead.
It's Covington on the wing. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 5 assists in the game. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. The pass to AI. Puts it up from 17. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. AI's got 56 points in the game.
Marvelous start to the second half, 3 for 3.
And here's Covington from the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And the shot goes down. 58 points for AI.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here's Covington from the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Millsap passes to AI.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
It's Covington on the wing. Off target with his 3. Nuggets have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Baseline J on the way. That's good from Harris on the assist by AI. 8 points for Gary Harris.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Timberwolves. It's Covington on the wing. And just miss after miss right now. For Denver, they've gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Sharch has checked in for Taj Gibson. Towns kicks to Teague. Back to Towns. Over Jokic. Shot clock at 6. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 8.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns has a mid-range game. You'll see him in the low post from 3 and in between, like there.
Out to Harris. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Denver.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Teague. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Pass to Wiggins. To the inside, Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Covington's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Here's AI. And another one. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Teague kicks to Wiggins. Wiggins drawn the double team. Passes it to Covington. Teague left side. This one for three. Jokic grabs the miss.
Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense not going to worry too much about him.
And good that time.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Poked away and stolen by AI. Here's Murray. And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Here's AI, and AI throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Murray kicks to Millsap over Saric, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Timberwolves have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Rose, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Nuggets also changing it up. Plumlee comes in for Paul Millsap. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Jamal Murray. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Boy, as aggressive as he's been hitting all these shots, they're still behind.
Thomas kicks to AI. Plumlee, the pass to AI. It's Jokic top of the key. And another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
That's tipped and stolen by AI. Here's Thomas. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. The Nuggets shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
You know, Isaiah Thomas brings a great passion to the game of basketball. At 5'9", to find a way to be effective.
Nabbing another steal.
He's making history, tied for third most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. The Timberwolves have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Covington's shot is off.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards. And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
He swipes the ball away again.
Just a suffocating defensive performance.
And he's made history, GA. A new third-place mark for most steals in a game. They need this. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Zhang with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. To the paint. Covington kicks to Zhang. Just 5 on the clock. Wiggins inside the line. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Denver's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Timberwolves shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. And stolen by Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
Well, they're certainly connecting on a lot of shots in the second half, generating high percentage looks and really cashing in.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Wiggins. Here's AI. Fires for 3. Yet another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Congratulations on the win. Another triple-double for you. So what does it mean that you can come out every night and produce this way for your team?
We got a lot of players who are important for what we do, DA. I'm just one of them. So, I'm happy with a triple-double, of course, but, if I got 9 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds, and we still come over with that win, it's just as good for me.
I'm sure it is, but, one more wouldn't hurt across the board, right? Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
AI, Griff standing by for an interview.
Oh, yeah?
Right this
what's
way.
up, Griff? What's up, guys?
AI.
Come on over.
Thank you. I wanted to ask about your teammates. How do you feel your relationship is with them now that you've had some time in the league under your belt?
Man, the short answer is I couldn't do it without these guys. The camaraderie in the locker room is great, and I feel like I've really grown as a player, as a person, working with these guys. Hey, we all out there looking to win games, right? And it's so much easier to do that when we all on the same page.
Sounds like one big happy family.
I guess you could say that, yeah. You know what? Go ahead. Write that one down. That's good.
It's all right here.
All
Thanks
right.
again for the time, AI.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Nicely done, AI. Get some rest.
Welcome to Foot Locker. Let me know how I can help you.
Thanks, man. Yo, you got these in stock?
Yeah, I got those.
These were nice, but I'm not quite sure what I'm after yet. Thanks.
No problem. Next time.
Hey, I'm June. Welcome to Alley Oops Tattoo. You looking for some ink?
Appreciate it, but I'm good for today. Thanks.
Maybe next time.
Hey,
what's
how you
up?
doing? What can I do for you?
Man, I'm looking to get a cut.
Oh, great. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Aren't you AI?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I've seen you play.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the basketball league. Man.
Ah, nice, man.
Hey, listen, the last guy, he was charging our NBA players, so, we had to make some changes. So,
okay.
anytime you need anything, you come on down here and I'll take care of you. No charge. I'm Floyd, by the way.
Hey, man, it's nice to officially meet you, AI. Appreciate that.
All right. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Woohoo! Oh, shoot.
What happened?
Don't worry. I can fix it. Ooh, saucy. Woohoo! Boom, boom.
Woohoo!
Bam! Bam!
Man, this looks great. Hey, you sure I don't owe you anything?
Oh, nope. It's on the house. Come on back anytime you need.
Thanks, man.
All right.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, and welcome. This is Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A number of
What's up, man?
Just a reminder, folks, to make certain to be here.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Magic in this one. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. The big story is the return of Aaron Gordon from being injured.
Yeah, Kevin, it's good to be here for his first game back. And I'll tell you, any fears they had about this injury having a bit of an ill effect on the team were swept aside pretty quickly when they began to really play great without it. I mean, they really didn't suffer nearly as much in his absence.
We are near.
Thanks, guys. Well, AI certainly took an unorthodox route to the NBA, but he's made it a point to reach out and forge bonds with other players. Now, when I asked him about it, he said, there were times where I wanted to quit, but teammates and opponents alike pushed me to stick with it and to try to be the best I could be. Now, AI seems like he certainly gets what it's like to be a member of the NBA Brotherhood. Kevin?
Thank you for that report, David. Glad to see AI be welcomed by the league.
And AI has had such a unique experience. I'm sure others around the league want to hear about it. And at the end of the day, his story is incredible, and everyone is a fan of his.
And kind of rare, a battle of the pivot men tonight, Clark. What are some of the traditional things a center you think can still do to help his team win in this era of basketball?
Well, I think there are a number of things. One, you think about taking up space at both ends, being a rim protector defensively, and also quarterbacking the defense from behind the perimeter defenders is one way. And then on the offensive end, banging that glass, setting solid screens, again, using size to take up space and put pressure on the defense.
There'll always be room for the big man in this game, though, don't you think?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. His role changes, what all he does changes, but some of the basics never go out of style.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Isaac in at the small forward position.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
AI passes to Murray. Banked in off the glass.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Six on the shot clock. And stolen by AI. And AI throws it down.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
The Magic again can't hit. And it's the Nuggets ball. They've got a 13-2 run goal. That's good from Harris on the assist by AI.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb and the execution even better.
And now we go to our rookie leaderboard to get a check on the players at the top of the freshman class in assists over the last 10 games. You look at AI, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
Impressive dime count there, and you like to see that from a rookie. No better way to make a first impression than by spreading the wealth.
And his teammates love him, guys. I mean, and why wouldn't they? He's tenacious, he's unselfish, delivers the ball where they can do something with it. I mean, that gets you favor with your teammates right away.
Pass to Murray. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Well, if you're going to win, you've got to shoot a good percentage from the stripe. And for them, they have no one to blame but themselves.
And stolen by AI. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. A nice shot by Harris. Harris has got his second basket of the night. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Nuggets?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Fultz kicks to Vucevic. Back to Fultz. Dishes to Gordon. To the middle. Here's Isaac. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Yeah, I think they got to get it going. A 1-for-5 start, not what they wanted.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
Takes a lot to shake Isaac. I mean, he's excellent at getting his shot up and over the defense inside.
Here's AI. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's AI, and he gets it to go from the corner. AI's got 17.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Right side, Gordon. And Vucevic kicks to Fultz. The pass to Isaac from deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Well, I think the key was the determination and grit and toughness they played with. You got to be focused to do that, and they were.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Murray left side. Back to AI. And AI throws it down.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, their offense has really been productive this half, and I absolutely love the shots they've taken so far.
Isaac's gone 1 of 3 from three-point land. And AI throws it down.
And the clever passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the court.
Orlando, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Fultz dishes to Vucevic. He's looking for Isaac and finds him. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that.
AI battles through traffic and lays it in. AI's got 23.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Fultz. He's right around 13 points a night, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Clark, agility is such an important thing for players to have, obviously. When you look at the offensive end, knowing that agility has that upper value, who are some of the more elusive players you see in the game now?
Man, I don't think there's any more elusive player in the game than Steph Curry. I tell you, he's not the most athletic, he's not the fastest, but he is the slipperiest guy to try to keep a handle on. His ball handling, his shot making, his change of pace. I throw Kyrie Irving in there as well. Kemba Walker, diminutive in size, but boy, is he hard to keep corralled. And Lou Williams, one of my favorites. One of the great scorers, maybe one of the greatest scorers ever, under 6'2" in the league.
Some terrific names there. Isaac's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. To the inside, and AI throws it down.
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court, and the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
Isaac, and that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Passes it to Augustine over Murray. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And that quick trigger of Augustine, not giving the defense any chance to block the shot off the pass.
Out to the wing. And stolen by Fournier. Isaac with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. Isaac misses. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. Down low, and AI throws it down.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Orlando's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Isaac's got a 55% field goal percentage on the night. He's 6 of 11. And AI throws it down.
And how about the excellent court vision? Just keeping the defense off balance.
Yeah, that was a sweet pass right there, setting up his teammate nicely, and that's really how you move the rock. Share that sugar, man. Share it.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Good on the shot.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Bamba kicks to Fournier. Pass to Augustine. Clock at 6. Over Murray. Augustine, no luck. AI in the post. He's covered by Isaac. Count the basket. 8 points for Jamal Murray.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Augustine kicks to Bamba to end the run. Isaac misses. And Denver has possession. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a little bit more of them, the way they were able to take care of their business.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I mean, anytime you have an advantage on a team and you're looking to pile up wins, you like to have them on your schedule more times than just a couple.
AI passes to Murray. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. "16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. AI with the bucket.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And stolen by AI. All alone. And AI throws it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And so it's Denver with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
Yeah, like an avalanche, Greg, overpowering the defense on a majority of their possessions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Orlando, Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Bamba, and it's Birch in at the center. And the Denver Nuggets, this is a team, Clark, that's slowly building for the future.
46 wins last season, Kevin. The most they'd had in 5 years, coming up just 6 points short of making the playoffs. This is a team that's hungry, and they're starting to believe in themselves, too.
Here's Murray. 11 points for him in that last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Out to the right wing. Shoots it. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. AI's got 38 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
He swipes the ball away again. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
They get a hand on it. To the wing on the left. Beasley against Fournier. pass to Augustine. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Beasley. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. Orlando also making some changes. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch, and it's Fultz in for Isaac. AI outside. A three-pointer is right on target. AI's got 43 points.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Out of bounds, Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep all broken down for the Magic.
And they've really shied away from the mid-range. That's a new school style, and looking for shots beyond the arc and at the rim. Those tend to be far more efficient.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Terrence Ross comes in for DJ Augustine. Jokic finds Beasley. And it's good, 2 points. Beasley's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Magic again can hit. And here's Denver. They're on a 13-5 run. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Beasley. That's 7 points for Jokic.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
It's Fournier on the wing. He's guarded by AI. Not his night so far. That's miss number 5 with no makes.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And again, Denver with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Fultz. Plays it up and banks it in.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap.
Now, here is Morris. Guarded by Fultz. Morris kicks to Jokic. And Beasley, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. Beasley's got 8 points.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be
nabbing another steal.
He's making history, tied for 3rd most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
And, Greg, you know, they're really controlling the pace and game.
Nabbing another steal.
He's been a defensive terror all night long.
I've never seen anything like it. And he's actually tied the record for the most steals in a game. Fultz the pass to Fournier. Off target with his 3.
He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
From the line, he got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beasley.
And a quick review looking at some numbers here for AI. He's putting up about 28 points a game, just over 5 steals and 7 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable. Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing. Look at Mason Plumlee. He's a throwback big in my mind. You're not going to see him stretch the floor. That's not what he does. He has a hard time from the free throw.
And another steal for him.
He's stolen his way into the record book.
A new single-game high, GA for steals.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficient. And the stop and play, guys, giving the home crowd a chance to just cheer on his incredible play.
And Greg, he's earned it. You don't get all those steals without expending a huge amount of energy.
It is hard to say if I've ever seen a better defensive performance than the one he's had tonight. So many takeaways from him.
And talking about Plumlee, what he gives you often fails to show up on the stat sheet.
Well, you know, the thing I like about him is his hustle. He makes those extra possession plays, those activity plays. He's tough, doesn't need the ball to be effective, and the other thing he does better than most big guys in the league is run the floor.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Here's AI. He dishes it to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise, just 1 of 7 from the field.
AI outside. The wide-open look for Plumlee. Again, the Nuggets score.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Volts kicks to Fournier. At the elbow, Vucevic with his first shot attempt. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
And this is what happens when Millsap gets deep inside. Superb at finishing with force.
It's Fournier on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Volts. Fournier's got 5 points so far.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Millsap finds Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. AI with the bucket.
You know what? Feed the beast. You got to look for him every trip down because he's been out of his mind this quarter.
To the paint. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Denver's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. And there's the pass to Plumlee. Inside. And stolen by Fournier. Up top, Fultz. Covered by Morris. But they'll get another chance. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Well, it's been a heck of a recent stretch for these guys. The centers and power forwards averaging the most points in their position in the last 10 games. Number 1, Nikola Vucevic.
He is so polished offensively in the low post. I mean, even when the defense collapses, he's got guys all around, and he finds a way to put the ball in the basket.
And, you know, that's the thing. Operating in traffic is essential if you're going to be effective in the paint. And composure is essential as well. He doesn't get rattled easily, and that's why he's at the top of the list.
AI throws it down.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Fultz with the ball. His last outing, he had 18 points. Fournier for 3. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
That certainly was a deep one. I mean, maybe move in a little bit next time. There's no such thing as a 4-point line.
The Nuggets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. Thomas checked in for Morris. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Ken Burge is checked in for Vucevic. Bamba comes in for Gordon. Isaacs checked in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Here's Isaac. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Denver's gone along perfectly from 3-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless, really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
Too open that time, made it look too easy. Thomas got himself on the board with 3 there.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot. Boy, good job firing the pass inside there. I mean, all his teammate had to do was catch and finish.
And so it's Denver with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from AI.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
Murray and Harris, the guards. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. And it's AI in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Mark, you were in Indiana after being drafted by the Pacers for a few seasons. Who are some of the more talented guys you played with there?
Well, Herb Williams, a teammate of mine at Ohio State, really outstanding big guy, mobile, could shoot it, excellent defender, shot blocker, and a high-quality guy. Vern Fleming was a guard that had size, excellent defender, driver of the ball. Wayman Tisdale, may he rest in peace. We lost Wayman a number of years ago to cancer. But really a gifted scorer. Steve Stepanovich, he and I both had to retire about the same time due to different knee trouble. And he was a rugged, mobile, good shooting big guy who I think would have continued to excel had he not had to retire.
And here's Millsap from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And 11 points for Millsap.
You know, this is a player who made only 2 3-pointers over the course of his first 4 years in the NBA. That's 2 3-pointers in close to over 300 games. But now, that shot's a big part of what Millsap does.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Wide open. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Here's AI outside for Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Harris passes to AI. Clock at 4. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Harris against Ross. He can't get it to go. And Denver the other way now. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And Denver again with the bucket.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
The Magic have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. A 3-ball. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert, because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And I think they're winning because of him. I mean, He's hitting a lot of his shots right now.
Over to the left wing. Fultz kicks to Vucevic. Fultz, the pass to Vucevic. Here's Isaac. Once again off the mark, Orlando. For Denver, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Ross with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Here's Gordon. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And Gordon is a guy who's used to being bodied. I mean, he just kind of plays through it, shrugging off the contact and ignoring it, really.
AI kicks to Millsap. Over Gordon. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by AI. Millsap's got 13.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here they go. And that one, good. 12 points for him.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
AI passes to Harris. And another assist for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel. Actively seeking out his teammate.
Here's Murray. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Fultz kicks to Isaac. Now the dish to Vucevic. Knocked loose inside. Over in the corner, Isaac. Offensive rebound. Pass to Fultz. Just 4 to shoot. Looking to end the run. Another miss by Orlando.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And AI comes to help. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And Jonathan Isaac, I'll tell you what, Kevin, when he's rolling, he's hard to stop.
And the story with Markelle Fultz last season was one of health and getting his shot right.
Yeah, he suffered a shoulder injury, Kevin, that really impacted his ability to shoot the ball. He tried to play through it, but eventually had to be shut down. And, you know, it's hard to miss that type of time as a rookie. Not only games, but the few practices you get during the season.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a
Absolutely, yes, sir. I think it's definitely something we should talk about. Maybe Monday, yeah? All right. Yo, what up, Star?
You tell me.
Hey, I think the rest of the world just realized that the best talent is still homegrown. Go ahead and shower up. I got somebody I want you to meet.
What, now? We just played a game.
I wouldn't be asking you if it wasn't important.
Oh, man.
You know, hey, just go on. Keep being that same kid I cracked over at Dyke, man. I'll still come visit you when you playing ball in Ukraine.
All right. Yeah, you cold dude. Who we talking to?
Let's just say it's time to talk shoes.
Yo, are you serious? You got me a meeting with Adidas?
Hey, man, I told you it was important.
Oh, man, you could have said so from the jump, man. Give me 2 minutes.
I'll see you outside, man.
man, that is serious.
Putting Kareem over Kobe, man, that's criminal. So you still mad he switched over to Nike, huh?
Nope, personal preference.
Nope, you salty. All due respect, man, it can't be A's look like sketches, and don't even get me started on the Kobe 2s. Ugh.
2s were comfortable.
Yeah, and when you take them off, they'll vacuum your entire floor.
Nakai, at least give me a proper intro before you dust me.
Oh, yeah, my bad. AI, meet the 3 stripes representative himself, my good friend, Mr. Olive Charles.
Hey, man, nice to meet you.
You 2 AI. Now, after that roaring introduction, I'm just gonna come right out and keep it real. We are all aware that Adidas hasn't always been pumping out heaters. Now, of course, that was before my time, but we own it. We were flat. We lost our edge, our confidence. I think you know what that feels like, right?
Yeah, man, a little bit.
But when others think you're down, it's fight or flight. And we fought back the only way we know how, by returning to our roots. Adidas was built on innovation. Remember, we were the brand that rang out in the streets when Reverend Run dropped his first bars. And we knew we had to get back to that place. Now? And now?
Oh, yeah, man, y'all got the juice. Yeah.
Oh, now you decide you want to help out?
I try.
Okay, we are the fastest growing sneaker brand in the country. We just lapped Jordan. You hear that?
Hear what?
That's the streets. And they won't shut up. The Dames, the Hardens, the Unicorn. Shoot, Pharrell is dropping more colorways than beats nowadays. Who knows? Maybe someday I can find space for you on here.
Please don't put me on your leg, bro.
Am I right here?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
all right. We'll think about it. We'll look at it.
This guy, man.